Israeli security forces are on high alert after another attack. More than 180 Palestinians and 28 Israelis have died during violence in the last 5 months. And officers say just today 2 Palestinians opened fire on a bus near Jerusalem, killing a person. The shooting followed a deadly stabbing spree in Jaffa that killed a Vanderbilt graduate student, Taylor Force. Amateur video shows the attacker running from the scene before being killed. And now a family, a campus, and a community are all mourning the loss of Force. The Army veteran was a first-year graduate student at Vanderbilt, and he was on a study abroad trip when he was stabbed on Tuesday. Cuthbert Langley has spent the night talking with one of his good friends. Cuthbert, this is really just a tragedy.
Absolutely, Carrie, and so many people are mourning the loss of Taylor Force tonight. But that close friend I spoke with is now celebrating who he was and remembering what this Iraq and Afghanistan war veteran stood for.
He just had it together.
Together, Taylor Force and Barrett Caldwell lived out much of their 20s.
Taylor and I have a pretty rooted history with a lot of camaraderie and a lot of common areas where we connect.
They were both in the military, Caldwell in the Coast Guard, Force the U.S. Army. The West Point graduate, Caldwell says, was known for his quietly inclusive personality.
I've got vivid memories of, sitting at a midtown bar, for instance, where there's a guy over in the corner who's with no one from a different culture, and Taylor walks over with a beer he's just bought and hands it to him and invites him into a circle.
It was that acceptance that drew people to Force, a man who had accomplished so much in his short life.
What was taken last night was a guy who was just doing everything right. He wasn't the question mark.
And it wasn't a question that Force loved to travel. The two friends saw much of the U.S. They went to Ireland and traveled to Germany. Caldwell is the first to admit Force didn't always find his free-going travel style appealing, especially on this trip to Ireland.
Taylor, last thing before the lights was out was, all right, man, you gonna keep me safe here? This is way outside my kind of realm of comfort here to just fall asleep on some stranger's floor.
But it was that sense of adventure that led him to Vanderbilt's Owen Graduate School of Management and to his decision to travel to Israel. These 29 people quickly became a family, the dean of the graduate school says, that will never be the same.
It's really the sense of having someone torn out of your family, and that's tragic and devastating.
Now, right now, the rest of the group that was over in Israel is on their way back to Nashville. The family of Taylor Force has set up a GoFundMe page to help them with all of the funeral costs. If you would like to donate, you can head to our website, newschannel5.com, for more details. Carrie?
All right, thank you, Cuthbert. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu issued a statement on this tragedy. He wrote, quote, "On behalf of the people of Israel, I send my condolences to Taylor's family and friends. May his memory be a blessing."